Hey, I'm Dave. Another edition of Dave Learns AI. I am here with the ever handsome, ever
Jovial?
jovial Mr. Nicholas Tapp, Nicholas W. Tapp.
W stands for wow.
We do this thing weekly. Nick and I every other week. Tribble and I every other week. It's kind of the concept.
You weekly.
Weekly. People are stuck with me every week.
Right.
I mean, the show is called Dave Learns AI.
Yeah, let's talk about that. How the ego in this guy want to name the podcast about after himself. He's like, I don't care what we call it as long as my name's the first one, it'll be beautiful.
Which isn't how that happened at all. I actually, for those, I mean, listen.
Fake news.
This is fake news. This is distant memory because this happened so long ago.
Weeks and months and weeks ago.
Days ago.
Yeah.
And it was just Taptico Talks, Taptico Solutions podcast. I don't know. We didn't know what it was going to be called. And then we sat down. Well, we decided it was going to be kind of this Dave Learns AI thing. And then we sat down with the very talented Alison
Hare.
Alison Hare, who is a podcast
Guru?
coach.
Leader? What's the name of her company?
Not Lost Leaders. Late Learners. That was one of her podcasts, but now she has a new one. Gosh, I'm sorry, Allison. I don't know.
Edit this, please.
Marnie knows, and she can put it down in the notes or something.
Perfect.
I don't know. Sorry, Allison. Anyway, but she sat with us and said, you got to focus on that part. Here's the challenge with that, though. We had a client today we sat down with, and we were talking, and the client said, you're going to have to change the name of the podcast.
Well, he said this after Dave went on a very long-winded.
Long-winded?
I mean, it's detailed. Detailed is a better word.
It was
Look,
informational.
My brain is like Jell-O right now. We shoot these pretty late in the afternoon. I've been up since
3
3
o'clock.
a.m.
Yeah, boy. Oof.
It's late in the afternoon.
Late in the afternoon.
It's 4-ish. I've been up since 4 a.m., working out, helping the homeless.
Tanning in your tanning bed.
Tanning and knitting. Also doing a Sudoku. But what Dave did at this meeting that we just had this morning.
He's one of my favorite actors, by the way.
Dave Sudoku?
No.
Jason Sudoku?
Yeah.
He's got great hair.
Yeah.
So what Dave did, he started talking about how we can create this AI agent that will create his proposals and presentations from scratch based on some input after we train it. And he was explaining to me how we could link in Manus. We did an episode on.
Yeah.
And he was going down telling me like how we could do it. And I was like, and he was right. And so our client was like, wow, you're going to have to change the name of the podcast.
Yeah. So we are going to run into that at some particular point. But I think the reason why I bring that up is the fact is, and maybe some of that can be a part of what we're talking about today, is the knowledge that's out there and the ability to actually gain that knowledge, retain that knowledge, and then utilize that knowledge in a way that benefits you as a business owner. Mm-hmm. Obviously, one of the main reasons why we talk about this is we talk about us being experts. So for people out there who are looking for help, we can be the help.
Right.
But there's also the ability to kind of train yourself up to know at least a little bit.
100%. And we're always learning. I mean, new tools come out all the time.
It is crazy how many new tools come out. And I find it even more interesting because what ends up happening is you have a bunch of just forward-thinking individuals who are like, okay, I know how to utilize AI. I know how to train it. I know how to create something that I can then sell to somebody else. But it's ultimately just somebody who knows how to do the back-end stuff of it and then putting a pretty face on it, putting it out there, spending a bunch of money on marketing and going, hey, I've got your solution.
Just like apps, just like Facebook.
Yeah.
And Mark Zuckerberg is a billionaire. He didn't create anything,
You know what? You've said that a couple of times on this podcast. You don't like Mark Zuckerberg, huh?
I like him fine, but he didn't produce anything of value. He didn't invent anything. He buys up. He stole the idea of Facebook, right?
From MySpace?
No, from Facebook. It was called The Facebook and the Winklevoss twins.
Oh, yeah, the Winklevoss twins.
Yeah. And then so he kind of strong-armed out his co-founder, Eduardo Severin, I think. And then he goes and he tries to buy up Snapchat. They say no. So he completely rips it off and turns it into Facebook and Instagram. He buys Instagram. So he basically buys up all of his competition.
I mean,
Which, hey, it works, I guess.
it's a great way to win.
But they haven't, the Facebook Meta fell on its face.
Is that done?
Metaverse?
Yeah, it's not happening. They haven't given up on it, have they?
I'm pretty sure they moved to AI.
Yeah, they're like, we better get on this bandwagon.
Yeah. So now it's Meta AI because they changed their name to Meta because they're going that far in on the metaverse, which people are like, that's stupid.
Well, that was when you'd put on the goggles and then like escape your reality and live in another reality.
Right.
Whatever reality you created based on what you were viewing inside the goggles.
Yeah, but it looked like Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did you ever put a pair of those goggles on and play along with it?
No, man, I like women.
Well, you wouldn't know it. You're spending an awful lot of time alone these days.
I know, it's true. Because I love women, but I hate everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kidding. I love all of you. We're just having a nice time here.
So ultimately, I think I brought that up basically because, I've gotten to the point where, the tire joke is he's old. He doesn't know anything.
Boomer.
Yeah, boomer, which, again, I'm not a baby
real
boomer.
Close.
I'm actually not that close.
Real.
I'm like right in the center of X.
You were born in 1941.
I was not born in
You were born, I'm not good with numbers, but I'm guessing 1941.
Yeah. I think my mom was born right around
He was born in 1972, everybody.
Yeah.
I know that.
All right.
420.
420. Yeah, that is a good date.
So thanks for Dave. Where's AI? That's the episode.
So anyway, what I'm saying is that you guys have given me a hard time about it, and playing into it a little bit because I will say that as a whole, I'm the guy who's kind of last to the party, at least out of the three of us. In some instances, I'm trying to kind of jump ahead in certain aspects, but you are definitely the leader in regards to the knowledge and the awareness of what's happening in the
honestly
AI world.
I mean, with the AI, I don't even know how the AI podcast. There we go. Podcast hosting, all that stuff. You figure it out on your own.
Yeah.
All of the websites you're building using AI now.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Well, it is great. I mean, and that's the thing, if you have the time to sit down and do it, I mean, this has become our job. So we need to learn this. Not only do we need to learn this for ourselves, but for our customers, a client base, whatever. If somebody comes to us and says, we need an expert to figure this out, gosh, we probably need to know what that is.
Yeah. So that's part of the value we bring is keeping our eyes out for all the new tools that could help you, and then learning them, and then bringing them to you if they make sense.
Yeah. I have definitely uncovered a bunch of things in regards to like tools that I can utilize for many different things, whether or not it's, creating proposals, or if it's writing jingles, or if it's, stripping audio, or just things that I probably wouldn't normally know about until you kind of get your hands in it.
Yeah.
And then figure it out. I know one of the things that we talked about recently, we just signed on a new client, and one of the things that the client is really, really looking to do is elevate one of their websites to the next level of engagement and discovery and all that stuff through really SEO. And SEO as a whole has been something that's kind of been around. It was really created from the minds of Google, or like, hey, listen, we're the search-based platform. Mm-hmm. You want to make sure that people find you? Here's what you have to do.
Yep.
And SEO, for those who maybe are very late to the party, search engine optimization.
Don't make them feel bad, Dave. No, you're welcome here. SEO.
Yeah, SEO.
What is search engine optimization? What does that mean?
So that is making sure that your website or your information is searchable in a way that allows the back end, which for most searches that have happened through Google, gets placed in a way that you are high up on the, you're positioned.
The search engine results page, they say the best place to hide a body on the second page of the SERPs. That's just some digital marketing nerd jokes.
Unpack that a little bit for me. What do you mean?
So the SERP is the search engine results page. The best place to hide a dead body is on the second page.
Because nobody goes
Because
there.
no one ever goes there. So it's the top 3 or 4
Gotcha.
search results. And now they've done it to where there's like 5 sponsored at the top.
Yeah.
which is annoying. And typically they're colored with different colors in the actual organic search. People are just trained for whatever reason.
Hit that first one.
No, scroll right
down.
by the sponsored ones.
The ads.
Like, I don't know why. I do it.
I do it.
Yeah. You just scroll. Oh, these are the ads.
Well, typically it's interesting because typically the ads might be some secondary option, but they're not typically the first one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the sense of like, I'll look at that first one that's ad based and I'll go, that doesn't look like what I'm looking for.
Right.
So I'll go down to where it's more of the organic search.
Yeah, so that's what search engine optimization is. And now with AI, now you have to start thinking about AI engine optimization or generative engine optimization.
So, do you know, how much can you teach me about this?
As much as I know.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I guess the reason why I ask is because, the typical, like getting into the search engine optimization and understanding how that works, it is so much more than just plugging in some information into Google. A lot of it has to do with tagging your website, and a lot of it has to do with the content that you provide on your website. So that way, when that crawl happens, when Google's crawl goes looking for these keywords or whatever, it can go, okay, well, here's what we found. This seems to make the most sense of what you're looking for. But with the GEO, I'm wondering, is it in theory, is it kind of the same thing? Where you're still going to have to be really, really on top of it when it comes to the information that you embed on, your website and stuff.
It's more content driven. So where you would do like schema markups and XML side mapping and all that stuff, SEO for the AI generation, which we'll call it, just for this conversation, we'll agree it's called GEO, right? Generative Engine Optimization. Generative is because LLMs are generative AI. So they generate answers and output based on your input. That's where that comes from. So for geo searches, I saw a stat that 73% of geo searches come from ChatGPT and 13 to 14% come from Perplexity, which we've talked about on this podcast before.
Wow, that's not much for anybody else.
Right. But those are the first movers, right? So, but basically imagine this, right? So right now, if you Google something, it gives you an answer, right? An AI answer now, if you have the AI turned on. But like, if you're like, restaurants near me, it gives you a list of restaurants. With generative AI optimization, GEO, it will provide you the answer as opposed to the website.
So,
does that make sense?
Yeah, so I live in Noonan, Georgia. I'm looking for restaurants around me, and I do that through like ChatGPT. It will actually give me some featured content about those restaurants.
It depends on what you ask. Like what's the restaurant near me? It's a good barbecue restaurant near me.
Yeah.
And we could pull Blake out if you want to test this out. But it's two different sides to the same coin now. Yeah. SEO is the rusty side of the coin, and the shiny silver side is the GEO. And with GEO, what you got to do is you have to have FAQs, very clear and concise answers, so that the AI can understand what it is, and it can find you easily. So you want to show expertise in your niche. You want to have very, very clear answers that would answer any question that anyone asks. And that's typically done through the content. And blogging is still going to be really important, but also video content and storytelling.
Well, it's interesting that you say blogging is going to still be relevant, which I don't think it has been relevant for a while.
Well, that's how a lot of people get the keyword. They stuff keywords into their blogs so that the SEO web crawlers would find them. And then backlinks and all that stuff.
And then ultimately, the whole concept and the idea is just get them back to the main page. Get them right back to.
I think with AI, websites are probably not going to be a massive thing in the future.
Because people aren't going to link from there. They're going to go, I got my information. Yeah. What else do I need?
Right.
And you can in GEO, when you're researching something, or if you're looking up something and you get served whatever it is that you're searching, you can get pretty much everything you need in the answer from ChatGPT that you would normally get on the website.
Right.
Because, it used to be you would just get the website.
Right. And then you had to go find the answer.
Yeah, then you'd have to go find the answers.
Now it's finding the website, finding the answer within that website, and then give you the answer.
Wow.
So it's the answers in the back of the book.
Yeah.
So websites, in 5 years, if they're still a thing, who knows?
Yeah.
It might be voice-based websites. It might be engine or agents that take the place of websites. And when I say agents, I mean like a customer service agent. Like, hey, ChatGPT, bring up the Fox Brothers barbecue agent. And you have a conversation. It's like having a conversation with Mr. Fox from Fox Brothers.
Yeah.
Hey, what kind of food do you guys have? Oh, well, we have blah, blah, blah. And it'll sound just like a real person.
Do you think that'll have any adverse effect to the concept and idea of imagery? I mean, because so many times on websites, I mean, you get visuals, and the visuals are often appealing, whether or not somebody has a very dynamic, interactive website and it pulls you in, or you're looking for a finished project or product that somebody that you're, I'm looking for a roofer, and I'm going to see the pictures of their roofing jobs or whatever. But if they're getting everything through some LLM and they're not, and photos aren't going to necessarily be part of it, do you think that will end up
being? It could be.
Yeah.
You could train the LLM, the person that makes the agent, you could upload a bunch of images. So if someone says, hey, I need a new roof, let me see some of your past projects.
Yeah.
And then before and after photos, and it says, here you go.
Yeah.
And it texts it to you.
So as it stands right now, SEO is oftentimes not only it's a game plan behind the scenes, it's really making sure that your website is engaging, is detailed, and all that stuff. But
high quality is pretty much like the encapsulating, because it's got to have the page speed, like how long it takes to load, also is taken into account with SEO.
So, but I mean, a lot of times you can buy your way into, because you're buying keywords.
Right.
That's how Google has become, bazillionaires in a lot of ways. They were like, took this, this research.
Well, that's not quite SEO. That's it's not SEM. It's click. Marnie, what's it called?
SEM?
No, that's search engine marketing where you.
What
is it?
That's what I just said. SEM.
Oh, well, SEM to me is like paid ads.
Yeah.
That are images.
Okay. But I mean, it's still the same thing, because if I'm in there and I'm going, okay, I'm going to throw money on these keywords. So search engine optimization. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these keywords that when somebody puts it in, I want to be able to be high on that ranking, right?
Right.
Based on these keywords.
Yeah.
The reason why I bring that up is because with GEO, is there the thought that there'll be a paid way to do that as well, or is it just the concept right now is just organic?
So everything's speculation, but right now the only way that OpenAI, the people that make ChatGPT, are making money is through subscription.
Right.
Marketing and advertising ruins everything.
Yeah.
I'm a marketer. It's true.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if you see the next year or so, not sooner, sponsored answers.
Yeah.
That's one thing that might be happening. Again, we're speculating here, and this is kind of a thought exercise of what could the internet become with search and Google kind of going away. We've tried to work with Gemini. You guys got
a long way to go.
Yeah, you got a long way to go.
I mean, even when you say to me, well, I'm going to try Gemini, I'm like, why bother?
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm at right now with that.
I tried, and I was like, why did I bother?
Yeah.
But I would say the internet's going to change. And that, wearables, right? So glasses are coming out. Meta just, I'm not sure if you saw this, speaking of Mark Zuckerberg, they have AI glasses now that are basically like those Apple Vision Pros, except Ray-Ban size. But they have stuff on the lenses that you can see in real time. But he was doing a live demonstration with them. Didn't work.
Did work?
Didn't work at all. And this was like their big keynote.
Oh,
He's
no.
like, well, this happens. Y'all look it up. Look it up on YouTube. Like, Meta glasses fail. It'll probably show it. But it's funny because he's up there and like literally nothing worked. He's like, well, I don't know what to do.
Actually, they don't have to look it up. Maybe we can just place it in here.
Oh, can we? Sure. If we had our cans on.
Well, no, I didn't mean right now, but maybe in post-production.
Right, in post.
Yeah.
In post. But that's really funny. So yeah, it's I forgot what got me on that. The internet's changing.
Yeah.
So going from phones to wearables to watches to that, because who likes this, right? People like having the glasses and you can kind of see who you're talking to, but also, this is Dave Clapper. He's a nerd.
Yeah.
And then give me your your LinkedIn page.
Well, I mean, part of the problem with the generation that we're having now, the youngest ones, the ones that have the phone in their hand all the time and they're just scrolling. I mean, the doom scroll that I see in my 17-year-old daughter, I mean, she can't walk around the kitchen without just, I don't know. I have no idea what the heck she could be. Just look, as she's just going from the milk to the cereal, like grabbing and like, what scares me a little bit about these wearables is you can ultimately do that with the glasses on and nobody's over there judging you.
Which is good. You know?
I suppose, but it still doesn't keep them from just being so inundated with constant messaging for whatever it is. I found it, I had a babysitter the other night. I actually got a night out. Doesn't happen very often. So we hired a babysitter, and I have adult children pretty much, and I have little children. So I have a 6-year-old and about to be a 5-year-old. And they're very, very aware when mom or dad disconnect with their phone. Very aware. You know, where some kids are like, don't even notice it. My kids notice it.
When you put your phone down, you mean?
When I have it in my hands.
Oh.
And I'm not engaged with them.
Right.
So we had a babysitter the other day, and apparently she was doing something. She picked up her phone, and my 5-year-old said, "Can you put your phone down now?" Like straight up called her out.
Jeez.
So, see, that's the generation I'm trying to raise now.
I was watching this podcast when one of the actual guests had their phone in their hand.
I know you've had it the whole time,
and they couldn't even pay attention to the podcast.
couldn't even put it down long enough. And you have a wearable, you have your watch.
I need more screens.
It is interesting sometimes working with you when we're in these spaces where they're shared workspaces, and I will see you go from phone to watch to your computer all within like 60 seconds.
Yeah, and I've just brought out my iPad. Now I've got a second screen because I'm working.
Oh, geez.
Well, it's good to have dual screens because you can like reference back. So that's very helpful. I get notifications on this. This is quick checks of emails and stuff because if I open it on my laptop, I feel obliged to answer them instantly. I don't know.
So you're checking your emails right now while we're doing
this? No,
this
is I'm looking at notes for this podcast.
Oh, we have notes? I didn't know we were actually doing anything specific.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
If you're still with us, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Reach out to us. We'll give you some free stuff.
Yeah. What are we going to give them?
Dave's shoes.
These?
Yeah.
I don't think you want.
Do you wear a size 4 in men's? Because if you do.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I guess we can just ultimately, where this which we didn't do in the beginning, ultimately we're supposed to say, hey, this is our message. This is what you're going to get out of this episode.
Right.
But because we didn't come really prepared
we kind of the future of the internet with AI.
Yeah. And I think specifically talking about, the SEO and GEO, what are some of the things in SEO that still really, really matter, that really still kind of move the meter?
It's still going to be page quality, how long your page load, like the load speed, a lot of the technical stuff. Backlinks are still going to be a big thing. Now, backlinks, if you're unaware, are when other people reference your page. So a lot of people for SEO will purchase backlinks through, and you'll see it like if you're the best appliances, whatever. And you'll see like basically paid blogs or paid articles that Maytag or whomever paid a dude Max's appliance blog, and he'll link back to Maytag, the S300 Ultra Clean, whatever. So those are called backlinks, and that just means that it's quality content. Because at the end of the day, Google just wants their customers, who is you, to have the best quality and the best content and the best experience with Google. So they judge everything based on the quality of the end results.
Yeah, they're not just pulling random stuff out there because it's there. They want to make sure, because that's great that they still care about that.
Yeah.
Because ultimately that experience does matter. the more often you go to Google and not find an answer or find what you're looking for, the less likely you're going to use it in the future.
Right.
I mean, I know Bing is still a search engine, but I mean, I don't know if it's any good.
Microsoft.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine it's not, but there are people who are loyal to that brand, so maybe they use Bing as a whole. And I don't know if Bing.
I don't know many people that are Microsoft loyalists, to be honest.
Yeah, it does feel like most of the times when we're talking to clients who are in the Microsoft world, they have the teams and all that stuff. They're kind of like, yeah, it was a corporate edict.
Yeah, it's all corporate.
Yeah, so
I think the entrepreneurs and solopreneurs are more Gmail, Google.
It just seems more usable and user friendly, and just with the exception of Gemini, of course.
Copilot's not much better, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not very good. I haven't played a whole lot in it, so.
And OpenAI is the foundation on it.
Yeah.
But
that's interesting.
I'm sure they'll get there.
Well, I think that pretty much covers at least enough
Something.
for this episode.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
future of the internet with AI, what does that look like? Because I really do think websites are going to go away.
yeah.
Or at least be way less important than they used to be.
Yeah, I don't know how important they are currently, to be honest with you.
I mean, Yellow Pages went away because of websites.
Yeah.
Now websites might go away because of AI.
I feel like oftentimes if I am at a website, it's not often because I'm doing research. Sometimes it's just because I'm looking for like entertainment of some
Right.
sort. Like I find more often I'm engaging with a website based on like something specific that I'm trying to
Like what, Dave?
engage with,
Oh.
right? Or learn, I guess.
Are you guys picking up what I'm picking up? What kind of stuff are you into on the internet? Stuff you like to watch?
No, shut up.
Oh, yeah.
I see where you're going with
Okay,
this.
finally.
No.
Took long enough.
No.
Jeez. Unbelievable.
I was trying to ignore it at first, and
No,
then
you weren't.
just
You
had
just
this,
didn't get
this
it.
pop. Yeah.
You did. 1941, folks.
Anyway, so hopefully Tribble will be back in the driver's seat on that side next week. Not saying that you're bad,
What
but
did I do wrong?
You did-
What? I thought we had a nice conversation. And you learned some stuff.
I did. I always learn some stuff
Yeah.
because this is called
What's-
Dave Learns AI.
What did you learn today? What would you say is one big takeaway for you today?
I think that the general idea that the content of the website is so much more important now with an LLM-based search as opposed to your typical keywords of a Google search. You know, that you can really deliver content in a way that can really help close the sale for a customer if they're looking for you, as opposed to just having a link to your website, you know, and then whatever you put in for your business details or whatever. But I think it depends on industry too. Every industry is going to have something that sells a little bit better than the next.
Right.
But I'd say that's probably one of the things I learned. I learned this time. Wow, 1941.
1941, folks. He needs his ginkgo biloba.
I think I just had a brain reset right there.
You did?
You have them all the time. You're like,
I call buffering, yeah.
yeah, it's just
So
stop.
does Tribble, because Tribble will close his eyes. Tribble will be like, well, I'm just thinking about AI stuff. I don't do that. I just do.
Yeah. Well, we'll try and be more concise next week and not have the buffering going on. But appreciate you tuning in. Of course, if you have any questions, you're curious about what we do, you have some things that you think that we could potentially help you with, you can DM us. You can hit us up at taptico.co. Of course, we've got this podcast. I was going to say website, but this podcast that comes out weekly, available on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, all the places.
All the paces.
All the places. And until next week, peace.
Au revoir.
I should
Look how
color
tan
this.
he
Do you
is.
think I should color this?
Look how pale I am.
That's because I go outside.
It's true.
That's it.
I stay dick white all year long.